Chicken cutlets topped with spicy arugula is a dish that whenever we're in New York, Tom always orders it at his favorite restaurant. But they usually deep fry it, but not in this house. No, there's gonna be a little bit different. By the way, I love this dish too, but don't tell him because he'll feel more special if he doesn't know that I also love it. So I've got these chicken breasts between two pieces of plastic wrap, and I'm pounding out the chicken cutlets so that they get to about the same thickness all the way around, because that will make it easier for them to cook all the way through and also get the crust on the outside nice and crispy the way I like it. So I'm gonna lay these to the side and get my dredging and breading station together. Got my Parmesan, got my eggs, panko, basil, and Italian seasoning. I'm gonna start with my dry station. I like panko because they're really crispy, they're lighter than breadcrumbs. They fry up better without really having to fry. I do not want to deep fry these. So I'm gonna add a little Parmesan for a little tiny kick. I also don't have to add as much salt if I put Parmesan in, because Parmesan is really salty. Part of the reason I love it. Gonna add a little dried basil. So here's some Italian seasoning. I'm constantly having to refill this jar. I mean, I'm Italian. Of course I have Italian seasoning, and I use it in almost everything, except maybe ice cream. So I'm gonna mix all that around. And just a little bit of salt, because like I said, I did put the Parmesan in there. A little bit of pepper. Okay, that's all mixed together, ready to go. Now to my wet station. 2 eggs. Okay, there's 1. And there's 2. Gonna give that a quick little whisk. You want it to be blended. This is so much lighter, so much more modern than those heavy fried chicken dishes that you can get at restaurants. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just prefer a lighter version when I'm at home. There we go. Now, my stations are ready. Plastic wrap comes off the chicken breast. Start with the wet. You'll notice I don't have any flour here because I really don't think you need it. All we need is the egg. It's just, watch, it sticks just perfectly. You don't need any flour, it makes it lighter, more modern, like little snowflakes. I always try to do one hand dry, one hand wet. That way I don't get this one all crazed. You can throw it on, just don't get it wet. I can taste it already. So those are all nice and ready. Now, I'm gonna get my chicken breasts in the fridge for about 20 minutes because I want them to dry out, which also makes them a great do-ahead dish. And when they dry out, it makes them that much crisper when you cook them. Now, our chicken cutlets. These I'm very excited about. Start at a medium-high heat, a little canola oil. Get that pretty hot, and I'll go get my chicken breasts. Let's see if it's hot enough. I hear sizzle. If the oil's not hot enough, sometimes too much oil gets into the panko, and it tastes kind of squishy. I want crunchy. So we're gonna let those sit for a little while. And while those are sitting, I'm gonna make the topping. Arugula with a lemon olive oil dressing. This dressing is my absolute favorite. I have it in the fridge all the time. It's super easy. It's shallots, olive oil, lemon, Dijon mustard, salt and pepper. Really, what could be easier? I'm telling you, you're gonna make this a staple in your home too. Here's my little trick for not overdressing a salad. Just do it around the side. Don't worry, you may think you're not getting any dressing, but watch this. You start rubbing it around. Now, sure, you have salt and pepper in your dressing, but there's something about seasoning a salad after it's been dressed, makes it that much better. A little bit of pepper. Look at how beautiful and golden brown those are. And not too much oil. Those need to cook on this side for about 2 minutes more. So what you think? Crispy enough?
I love it.
Right?
It's the perfect amount of crisp.